I said yesterday we take the discussion forward. KC Singh, former Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs, is with us today. KC, welcome. Where were you in 1984?
Arnab, I was Deputy Secretary to the President. I was with him on the aircraft when we flew back from Yemen.
Okay. So you are very topical to the debate. You're very, thanks. I just wanted to establish that part. So KC Singh was then with Gyani Zail Singh, and he was flying with the Prime Minister, with the President when this news broke. And Tarlochan Singh, who's with me today, is former Chairman of the National Commission on Minorities. Now this is becoming a big controversy. Tarlochan Singh, you were Press Secretary to Gyani Zail Singh. Establishing that. Hardeep Singh Puri was on our debate yesterday. He's represented India at the UN. He's now with the BJP. HS Phoolka has been fighting for the 84 anti-Sikh riot victims for decades now. Manjeet Singh GK, President of the Delhi Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee, and Randeep Singh Surjewala of the Congress Party. My first question is to Mr. Tarlochan Singh. Mr. Tarlochan Singh, would you stand by these controversial comments that you have made, alleging, and I'd like to repeat, you say that there was a meeting of Congress leaders attended by Arun Nehru, HKL Bhagat, Jagdish Tytler and all, which took place before Rajiv Gandhi arrived from Kolkata. They decided to give a slogan, Khoon ka badla khoon. Khoon ka badla khoon, you're saying. And you go on to say that when the Prime Minister landed, the President wanted to speak to the Prime Minister. Gyani Zail Singh wanted to speak to Rajiv Gandhi. But Rajiv Gandhi was not even taking... No, one sec. That Rajiv Gandhi did not even respond to the President of India, who was trying to reach out to him about the riots. Do you, first of all, fundamentally stand by these 2 points which you have made, Mr. Tarlochan Singh?
Mr. Arnav,
Yes.
Arnav, first of all, I must convey to you the feeling of the entire Sikh community, all settled everywhere in the world. They are thanking you, praising you that you have taken the courage to reopen this case, which was totally ignored for during last 30 years. Thank you for this.
Thank you. Now answer my question, please.
As yes, what I have said, I stand by it. Gyani Zail Singh ji came to know about the riots at about 8 p.m. People started ringing up, telling their housing being burnt, people being killed, and Gyani ji immediately told his staff that he want to speak to the Prime Minister. Gyani ji didn't get any response for the whole night. In the morning he spoke to the Home Minister and he was informed that because everybody was busy in arrangement of the funeral of late Shrimati Indira Gandhi, and secondly that the instructions have been given to Lieutenant Governor and everything will be done.
So the riots had begun then. We are talking of that particular day. The riots were going on in the streets. The President of India was trying to call the then newly appointed Prime Minister of India, and the Prime Minister of India was not responding. Rajiv Gandhi was not taking the call.
Mr. Arnav, I must now make it very clear that Shrimati Indira Gandhi was shot dead in the morning by 8:30.
Yes.
Riot started around 5 p.m.
Yes.
Around 5 p.m.
Yes.
So if it was spontaneous, then the whole day there should have been some protest in the Delhi, everywhere, nothing happened. Till some people, they decided that they should start something before Rajiv Gandhi arrived from Calcutta. So this was all a pre-planning, and then order was issued. And the first riot took place.
No, 1 second. 1 second. I'm asking you 2 questions again. I'm corroborating with KC Singh. KC Singh, you corroborate this. 1 minute. What? KC Singh, two charges being made here. A group of Congress leaders sit together and they give the slogan, Khoon ka badla khoon. This is before the first riot takes place at the INA market. The President of India tries to contact Rajiv Gandhi. Rajiv Gandhi does not take the calls. Do you corroborate these dramatic allegations being made by Tarlochan Singh?
Arnab, let me tell you, I have spoken today to the person who was then my boss, the Joint Secretary, I.S. Bindra, asked him also to recollect it. Let me give you my recollection because I was not on the entire route on which Mr. Tarlochan Singh and Mr. Bindra were.
Right.
The presidential plane lands around sunset, 31st of October, and on the tarmac, I remember, we had Mr. Arun Nehru and Mr. R.K. Dhawan. So they quickly sat in a car in the motorcade, which in one car you had the president, Arun Nehru, R.K. Dhawan and Mr. Bindra. They rushed to the AIMS, where Mrs. Gandhi's body was, and Mr. Rajiv Gandhi was there. I rushed to the Rashtrapati Bhavan because the swearing in, etc. had to take place there. Now, by the time this motorcade returned, I was waiting in the North Block. Tarlochan was very rattled because his car had glass broken. It had its rear windscreen broken because as the motorcade was leaving AIMS, a mob attacked it. Now, I must contextualize it because I spoke to Mr. Bindra and Tarlochan is also not contradicting that. What he's saying is that it was not Mr. Rajiv Gandhi. It was a set of aides who started developing this thought that President Zal Singh was not going to swear in Rajiv Gandhi because he may call for the parliamentary party and have an interim PM. Right. That let's scare him. And this I have heard off and on from different sources, and that they think, and then they tried telling Mr. Rajiv Gandhi that wasn't it for the extreme reaction of the crowd, President Zal Singh wouldn't have sworn you in, which was a lie, which was a blatant lie, because on the flight itself, President was very clear. As soon as we took off from Sana, he was very clear he's swearing in Mr. Rajiv Gandhi. A lot of senior pressmen were there. Prabhu Chawla was there. Mr. Ramesh Bhandari, who's passed away now, he was there. Some people were telling him that you must go through the norm and have an interim PM. And you know that is where Mr. Pranab Mukherjee got into trouble. Because that is precisely the argument he was making to Mr. Rajiv Gandhi in Calcutta. That follow the procedure, the senior most guy is sworn in, and then the parliamentary party meets. So there was an attempt made right at the beginning to create a fissure between Mr. Rajiv Gandhi and the president loved him. He just wanted to make him straight away. Then when Mr. Rajiv Gandhi comes, I remember when the president came in, he said, I've met him, I've told him, come, I'm swearing you in. And he says, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi told may or may not have taken the president's call.
But you know, KC Singh, I don't get it. What you're saying is Rajiv Gandhi's mind was poisoned. Therefore, he had deep misgiving about Gyani Zail Singh's motives. Okay? And that's the no, 1 second. But that's the reason he was not taking the call. But KC Singh, Delhi was burning. There were riots.
No, not at night.
No,
Arnab,
right, on the first.
Let's be very clear.
No, on the first morning. The army was called out by first evening. No, army was called out by first evening.
Next morning it started.
The killing could have stopped. You see, what Tarlochan is saying is very simple. Tarlochan, yes, you know, first of all, Mr. Tarlochan saying, what is you are connecting two things. You are saying, what you're basically saying, Tarlochan saying, is that the Congress party leadership, part of which had decided, senior leader had decided to go ahead with Khoon ka badla Khoon. You are linking that to Rajiv Gandhi's not responding to Gyani Zail Singh's calls. In other words, you are trying to say that Rajiv Gandhi was looking away. Rajiv Gandhi was looking away as the riots took place.
Though I have what I have said, I stand by it. Gyaniji's family, his daughter, who was always with her, she can corroborate. You can put question to her also.
No, are you making an allegation against Rajiv Gandhi? Are you making an allegation against Rajiv Gandhi?
No, not allegation, but I am just explaining the fact. But as Home Minister told him, because everybody was busy in the arrangement, number one. Number two, Rajiv Gandhi, naturally, his mother died, and after going from the Rashtrapati Bhavan, he must be busy. I have not said these things. I have said Gyaniji's telephone call was not responded, and he had to speak again to the Home Minister. And
which
Home Minister replies were not satisfactory, because he says, because the army, now Gyaniji is always told that he is the Supreme Commander. and Supreme Commander ceremonial. No, because the army was sent from Meerut, not the army which is stationed in the Delhi cantonment. So that is what is evident, that what was the motive at that time not to rush army from
What
Delhi.
was the motive? Say it clearly, Tarlochan Singh. What was the motive?
Motive was to teach lesson.
To teach lesson to whom?
Arnav, what you are now doing today is you are helping and probing. But at that time, there was only Doordarshan and All India Radio. Now you tell me, why they were telling every day, every moment, every time that 2 Sikh guards, they killed Indira Gandhi. So this message went all over, that the Sikhs are the culprit and Sikhs are the one who have killed. So all these things, what I am saying is clear that the carnage of the Sikhs was totally sponsored, motivated. People were killed, police was totally inactive.
And now let me get in the Congress representative. No, let me get in the Congress representative. Now see here, sir, Mr. Randeep Surjewala. These are stunning charges that are being made by a person who was none other than the press secretary closely associated with Zail Singh. Surely, Mr. Surjewala, Tarlochan Singh is not making these things up. And coupled with Rahul Gandhi's admission that some congressmen were basically probably involved, the need to reopen the investigation, name those congressmen and have justice becomes very, very important, Mr. Surjewala, would you concede?
I heard both Mr. Singh, a former career bureaucrat who is now in BJP, as also Sardar Tirlochan Singh ji.
No, I'm not in the BJP.
No, 1 second. KC Singh is, that was KC Singh. KC Singh is not in the BJP. That is Mr. Hardeep Puri, he is not in the BJP. KC Singh is not in the BJP.
I am in the BJP.
Sorry.
Yeah, Hardeep Puri is in the BJP. You are attaching political motive where none exists.
All right. I stand corrected, but I heard both Mr. Hardeep Puri as also...
No, Hardeep Puri hasn't spoken yet, that was KC
member
Singh.
of Indian National Lok Dal. Can I just point out one simple fact to you? 3 things have come out from the 2 comments that we received from 2 former aides of late Gyani Jail Singh ji. It has been clearly now brought out that late Shri Rajiv Gandhi had no role or responsibility in what transpired. None less than an aide to late Gyani Jail Singh has said so. It has not been controverted even by Sardar Tirlochan Singh ji. Number 2, 30 years after the riots took place,
Yes.
Sardar Tirlochan Singh ji has been appointed by BJP as member of the National Commission for Minorities in 2000. In 2003, BJP appointed Sardar Tirlochan Singh as chairman of National Commission for Minorities. Mr. Om Prakash Chautala's party made him a member of the Rajya Sabha. He has been in parliament, he has been...
Is that your only response? You are attacking him personally because he's coming up with the details. You are attacking him personally. Hardeep Puri wants to...
I hold him personally.
What you're saying today... What you're saying today...
What is the relevance of this? Sardar Tirlochan Singh was appointed press secretary by Gyani Zail Singh, and Gyani Zail Singh was appointed President of India by a Congress government. So what are we dealing with? You want to take up Sardar Tirlochan Singh's previous history? We can discuss it. What you should be discussing is the carnage which took place in Delhi for 72 hours. There was an orgy of violence, and during those 72 hours, 3,000 people were killed. And during those killings, the Prime Minister of India, who had just been appointed, the police machinery, everybody was sitting by, and innocent people were being killed. So what has this got to do?
The Prime Minister of the country.
What is the point of condemnation? We are talking about seeking justice, and justice is not even available after 30 years. Why don't you now say that we should get a closure on this?
Drown out the truth. You have to have the courage to listen the truth. 30 years after the incident, you cannot turn around one fine day and start speaking facts which have not been
it is in
taken
your
past
interest to
30
get a
years.
closure on
May
this,
I
Mr.
ask why?
Surjewala.
Another aide
You
of
should be
none
the
less
one
than Gyani
supporting
Jail Singh
justice
on this
for the
very
Sikhs. The
program
Sikhs have stood by the
categorically
Congress party.
that
The Sikhs have supported the
late
Congress
Shri
party.
Rajiv
Why are
Gandhi,
you
who is
going
no
into
more
personal
today,
attacks
and
against
late Gyani
individuals?
Jail Singh, who is no more today, to controvert the facts of Sardar Trilochan Singh ji, and another aide says no, he was not privy to it. He did not hear any such conversation. Should we accept
Thank God for
these
Sardar
fanciful
Tarlochan Singh
allegations? Should
that
we
the
accept
facts
these
which were well known
preposterous
are being
allegations to be
articulated
correct?
now,
That
and
is
that
the
this
most
case
point.
is receiving good focused attention.
No,
Thank
you
God
cannot,
that Sardar
you
Tarlochan
cannot
Singh is
just
speaking up.
outshout others. You have to have the courage to speak the truth. Nobody, sir, is justifying the riots. The riots have been
40
condemned not
years
once,
being
but
schooled in
many
the
times
truth.
over.
I have been spent 40
Every
years
person
in being
involved
trained
in
on
the riots,
facts.
whether he belonged to the Bharatiya Janata Party, Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh, or any other political party, including the Congress party, would have
You
to be
know,
punished,
members of the
has been
Rashtriya
punished by
Swayam
a
Sevak
process
Sangh
of law.
and members
But
of the
can
Jan
Sardar
Sangh
Trilochan
were
Singh today,
saving the Sikhs.
with due regards
Thank
to
God
him
for
being a fatherly
civilized
figure
people
as
who
far as I am
saved
concerned,
Sikhs.
can he
Otherwise,
after
even more
30
Sikhs
years
would have been
turn
killed.
around and say something which is completely unfortunate?
So what do you want, Mr. Surjewala?
Gyani Jail Singh ji
Mr.
never
Surjewala,
said it during
Mr.
his
Surjewala, Mr. Surjewala, 1 minute,
Prime Minister,
please.
former Prime
Mr.
Minister of the
Surjewala, 1
country
minute.
never said it.
1 minute, 1 minute, Mr. Surjewala. 1 minute, just 1 minute. Mr. Phoolka, I see your hand go up. Manjeet Singh, I'm coming to you. What do you want us to do, Mr. Surjewala? Please let me complete. You want us to say tonight that Sardar Tarlochan Singh, who's on the program, is a liar? He cannot be trusted? He's a turncoat? He's a politician? You want to call him names? But what he says is that the then former president, then president of India, 1 second, allow me to complete. The then president of India collects information that senior Congress leaders sit together and give a slogan, "Khoon ka badla khoon," and then the first riot takes place near the INA market. And he says if it was spontaneous, it should have started in the morning itself. It did not happen then. He also says the president was trying to speak to the prime minister was not picking up the phones. I want the dots connected. Now we have two options, Mr. Phoolka. The one option is to say Sardar Tarlochan Singh is a liar. I'm sorry, this is only what I'm saying, Sardar Tarlochan Singh. Or the other thing, the other option is to say, let us investigate what Sardar Tarlochan Singh is saying. Mr. Phoolka had his hand raised.
I have to intervene and say, please do not put words in my mouth. I did not call Shri Sardar Tarlochan.
Well, you are refusing to look at what he's saying.
When you turn around and level allegations after 30 years, it raises a doubt in everybody's mind.
Okay, let him answer. Tarlochan Singh,
his seniority, not say these
Tarlochan Singh ji, the Congress is challenging you.
It also raises a doubt when another aide of none less than Gyani Jail Singh ji himself said, no, he did not hear any such thing.
Now,
no, I said I was not there.
Tarlochan Singh ji said,
Mr. Phoolka,
I was not there at the
meeting.
Mr. Phoolka,
was he a part of the meeting?
Mr.
Was he hearing that conversation?
Mr. Phoolka,
and can we keep quiet about all these things for 30 years?
Why remind you the Mr. Phoolka is responding to Mr. Surjewala. Hear the other side.
The pain of the Sikh community.
Mr. Phoolka,
let us ensure that justice is done to them.
Well, justice is not done. Mr. Surjewala, allow the others to come into the debate. Allow the others to come into the debate. The Congress-led government in 2005 accepted the findings of the Nanavati Commission with regard to the failings of the Delhi police. They spoke of the complicity of the Delhi police. The government acknowledged it. So don't try and absolve yourself. Do not try, therefore, to absolve yourself of any responsibility and keep harping on the fact that Rajiv Gandhi and his government did the best to stop this. Mr. Phoolka is responding. It's Mr. Phoolka's turn. Mr. Phoolka's turn. Mr. Phoolka's turn to respond to you. Sir, please let him.
Politicize the issue by singling it out.
Mr. Phoolka's turn to respond to you. Sir, please let him.
Let us not.
Sir, please let him. I request you. Let him, Mr. Surjewala. Let him.
Report people who are not there to controvert either the former President Gyani.
Now you hear. Now you hear him. Now you hear him. Now you hear him.
Now is there.
Now you hear.
Less than an aide of Gyani.
Now, Mr. Surjewala, hear Mr. Phoolka. Hear others. Yes, Mr. Phoolka.
My request to all the panelists, it's a very, very serious matter we are discussing. It's a matter of the honor of the President of India. Please don't reduce it to shouting and slanging match, for God's sake. Now, I want to show you an affidavit of 1985. This is not for the first time. It has come out in public that the President's calls were not received by the Home Minister or by the people in the government. 1985 affidavit filed by Ram Vilas Paswan before the Mishra Commission, where he says he along with Charan Singh and Kapuri Thakur Devilal, they were there with the President of India, and the President tried to speak to the Home Minister. The Home Minister did not come on the line. Now this is how we reduced the authority of the President of India. Here is a photograph of the President's car starting at the AIIMS hospital. Now the window pans of the President's car is broken, and we also have the photographs of the President's bodyguard escort. His turban is removed and he has the severe head injuries. Now these photographs are taken by Ashok Bahi photographer. He is still alive, and no FIR is registered of this incident. President of India is attacked. His car's window pane broken. His security guard, his body is badly injured. His press secretary Tarlochan Singh's car's window panes are broken. All police force is there. The whole of the central government is there. They do not arrest even a single person. Do not even lodge the FIR. It's a very, very serious matter. The level to which you reduce the President of India, and then President of India keeps on repeating to try to contact the Home Minister. He does not respond at all. Here I have the Mishra Commission report. Mishra Commission says 5,000 army, page 42, please anybody can see. 5,000 army was available in Delhi on the November 1st morning, and they were not deployed. Had they been deployed properly, at least 2,000 lives would have been saved. It's a very, very serious matter. Maybe 30 years, 50 years. This is a matter which needs to be gone into. The witnesses are still alive. Ashok Bayu took the photographs, are alive. Tarlochan Singh is alive. There are other witnesses also. We also filed the affidavit of that meeting which took place in the AIIMS. When the leader came out, that meeting took place in the AIIMS of all the leaders after the arrival of the Rajiv Gandhi. When they came out, after that the violence started from the AIIMS. This was around 5 o'clock. This all matter needs a very, very serious consideration. Please don't just make it a slanging match.
I get your point there tonight. And you are right. Because if only Randeep Surjewala goes into the facts, then he will find 5 facts. Mr. G.K. Manjeet Singh wants to come in. But before I come to you, Mr. Surjewala, there are 5 facts. Okay, actually, let me get in Manjeet Singh, then I'll come to Mr. Surjewala. Yes, Mr. Manjeet Singh, you heard the Congress defense. You think we can buy it? Also, the Congress party questions Mr. Tarlochan Singh's silence for 3 decades.
The thing is that if Rahul Gandhi on your channel chooses to speak after 30 years that yes, some congressmen were involved, I think why can't Tarlochan Singh say what he has seen, what he has been through during that particular night when the riot started. And I think the family of Gyani Zail Singh is also there, who can also confirm what Mr. Tarlochan Singh has said. Now Mr. Phoolka has already cited the affidavits and the photographs. Yes. I think no doubt is left. And I think the congressmen, they only try to put off everything which is brought to the notice regarding 1984. May it be Marwa's report, may it be Sardar Tarlochan Singh, may it be Mishra Commission report. They want to put everything aside, and they have tried to teach us that after 30 years we should stop asking justice. I think we are the sufferers. We need justice. We need the facts to be come to the public, and we must know that who was responsible: the Congress government, the Prime Minister of the country, the Home Minister of the country, and what did Delhi police did. And within 30 years, what CBI is doing, what Delhi police is doing, I think no doubt is left that what happened in 30 years back, within these 30 years, they try to remove all the witnesses, they try to remove all the facts, and they don't want to listen the truth of the story.
No, but are you scared, Mr. Surjewala? It appears to me that you are scared of reopening this. If you have nothing to hide, then all these matters must be reopened. But you take a position completely contrary to the kind of high moral ground you take in the case of Gujarat. You want to bury your head in the sand. The Lieutenant Governor said very clearly that the only phone calls Narasimha Rao was making was to protect his friends. He was Home Minister of India, right? The Army Chief was cool. The Prime Minister was uncontactable. People were dying. I want to know tonight, why were people dying and being killed and butchered? If it is true the Prime Minister was uncontactable, the Home Minister was only protecting his friends, the army was cool to the issue, nobody was giving any directions. Come on, tell me, Mr. Surjewala. Tell me tonight, why should this whole matter, the whole file should not be opened up, and every single congressman whose name has appeared in these many commissions of inquiry should be reinvestigated and reinterrogated now, starting of this minute. Mr. Surjewala, are you scared of reopening it?
Let me begin by saying, absolutely not.
Are you scared of reopening it?
1984 riots. Let me begin by saying, Arnab, three things. Number one, 1984 riots were reprehensible, condemnable.
That doesn't help, Mr. Surjewala.
Sonia Gandhi.
That's not the question we are asking now.
Secondly, please have the patience. You have asked a long question. Let me.
But you are not answering my question.
Have said something. Please be kind enough to let me.
My question is not of regret. My question is of reopening the investigation.
Let's be specific. Many times, and let me repeat here. Please have the patience.
My question is of punishment, Mr. Surjewala.
Have the patience.
I have tremendous patience, but if you answer my question.
At least hear me out, only then I can.
But you're not answering my question. The Lieutenant Governor of Delhi at that time of the riots was Padmakar Gavai. The Nanavati Commission criticized him. The Nanavati Commission criticized him.
Quite, if you continue to speak.
No, what I am saying to you.
Speak, neither I can hear.
But Mr. Surjewala, I am asking for one from a very. I am asking for a.
Goswami, you have to at least let me say one sentence.
Sir, but you are repeating yourself. You are not answering my question.
Party has successively, steadfastly, consistently said we have no objection. We have no objection to any probe that needs to be conducted into the matter to ensure that justice is done to victims of 84 riots. But let us not, for heaven's sake, after 7 inquiries, 2 commission, registration of 594 cases, conviction of 422 people, 49 people for life imprisonment. Let the judicial process go on.
Oh, this is so self-contradictory, Mr. This is so.
Politicize the issue.
What polarized the issue? The truth. If it is for the truth, between the truth and the falsehood, let it be polarized. I am asking you today.
I am asking the stand of the Congress party.
I am asking.
You are not in a mood to hear.
I am asking you. I am extremely sorry.
Successively said
it is
victims of 84 riots must get justice. We are not against any probe to be conducted any number of times, so that everybody from RSS or BJP or Congress or any other political party is brought to book. But let me also point on your channel today, Mr. Arnab Goswami and my friends from Akali Dal and BJP must hear it, that 49 people from BJP and RSS have also been booked, none less than Mr. Ram Kumar Jain, in whose office the Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee's office used to be run from his house, who was an election agent of Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He is accused in his
again, Mr. Surjewala,
number 315 of 1992. In another FIR that has been lodged
Mr.
is
Surjewala,
FIR number 376 of 84.
Mr.
So
Surjewala,
whether it is congressmen,
Mr. Surjewala, Mr. Surjewala, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Mr. Surjewala, I'm going to have to intervene right now. I repeat.
I repeat. Phoolka Saab on that.
I repeat.
I have no issues with Tirlochan Singh ji on that.
I repeat.
And I have no issue with Manjeet Singh
I
ji on that.
repeat, Mr. Surjewala, please. What I repeat tonight, as I let Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri respond, there is a person called Padmakar Gawai. He was removed as Lieutenant Governor of Delhi on November 4th, 1984. Who did he blame? He said the Home Minister was only calling me to protect his friends. He was giving me their addresses. Then go save him. He's my friend. Go save him. The Home Minister at that time, Narasimha Rao, did not care about the rest of the people. 1 minute, so 1 minute. No, don't stop me from speaking the truth. Do not stop me from speaking the truth. Do not, you cannot silence me, Mr. Surjewala. What I'm saying today is that the Home Minister was only making calls to the Lieutenant Governor, protect my friends. What does that prove? The government was not asleep. The government was awake. But the government was awake only to help the friends of the powerful Congress leaders. Whereas the Prime Minister was uncontactable and powerful Congress leaders, friends were being protected, innocent Sikhs were being killed. Mr. Surjewala, open it up.
Goes on all radio with his mother's dead body at home, and what does he say? Permit me to read.
And his Home Minister?
From his
Home Minister?
On the night of the 31st.
His Home Minister? What about his Home Minister?
Of the country.
What about his Home Minister?
31st, goes on All India Radio, speaks to the nation.
Oh my God! And the army does not come out. The army comes out much later when the killings have happened. Hardeep Puri.
Is it possible for someone else to have...
Hardeep Puri, please, Mr. Surjewala. Hardeep Puri is coming in. I'm allowing him. Hardeep Puri, Mr. Surjewala. I'm allowing him.
Mr. Surjewala, thank you very much for trying once again after 30 years to derail this discussion. The issues before us are very clear. We have an evidentiary base which is there in the work of the 2 commissions and 7 committees. We need not have appointed even a second commission if the Ved Marwa commission had not been asked to wind up its work when it had been completed and it was unceremoniously told to wind up and hand over the papers to the Justice Ranganath Mishra commission. But more than that, the issue that we have to confront is that over a 72-hour period, a total of 2,750 innocent Sikhs, women and children, were slaughtered in Delhi. 350 alone in 2 alleys in Trilokpuri. And the army, the police, whoever was present, Mr. Ved Marwa, who was then the Additional Commissioner of Police, has clearly brought out that his inquiry showed that the policemen were receiving the telephone calls in the police station. Then, according to standard operating procedures, they had to record whether the police left the station. They did not. Yet, in 2 areas, in Karol Bagh and Farash Bagh, there the police acted and the number of killings were less. Therefore, the primary question is, why did the police choose to act in a particular way? Now, the Kapoor and Mittal committee which was appointed, in fact, indicted 72 police officers and it recommended that 30 of them should be dismissed forthwith. Now you say let the judicial process continue, but you are the ones who've been derailing the judicial process. Why did we not act on the police officers who were named, the police officers who should have been dismissed according to the recommendation? And now, after 30 years, when I thought you wanted to agree with all the other political parties to get closure on this case, you are turning around and I see a very disturbing trend that you said let the same judicial process continue. In other words, we will be here for the next 20 years. And my appeal to you, Mr. Surjewala, is that in a case of a mass atrocity, in case of genocide and in ethnic cleansing, unless you get closure, these things will fester. You can take up other issues, you can put all the issues in one basket and try and confuse the issue. We can discuss with you any time any of the other incidents which are unfortunate. and I'd be willing to spare and deal with you full time.
Let's
get closure on the 1984 riots.
No, I call back on the collective memories of what was happening at that point of time. 1 minute, Mr. Surjewala, go to KC Singh. Now, my question is, right, that the Nanavati Commission report, and I actually challenge Mr. Surjewala to prove me wrong if he can. The Nanavati Commission report, KC Singh, while referring to the testimony of Major General J.S. Jamwal, I think he was, the general officer commanding for the Delhi area in November 1984, said that the army was deployed on the evening of November 2nd, 1984, but only became effective from November 3rd, 1984 in some areas. Maximum killings happened in that period of time. However, as per PC Alexander's testimony, and he was principal secretary to Indira Gandhi, the decision by Rajiv Gandhi to call in the army was taken at 1:30 p.m. on the 1st of November. So I think the root of this mystery, isn't it, KC Singh, the root of why did so many Sikhs get massacred? Even 100 years from now, I will ask that question. The root of the issue is what explains the delay in the decision, between the decision to call in the army and the actual deployment. The army was, isn't that the root issue? Yeah.
Thank you, Arnab. I think there is so much crossfire between Akalis and BJP on one side and Congress on the other that we are really losing focus on the issue, and you brought the focus back. There are three elements to it. One is that very clearly there was a conspiracy which was hatched.
Yes.
Hatched maybe to scare the president, hatched for local effect, and then expanded. Who were these people? All of them have not been caught. And therefore it is important not just to go through the commissions, but to have an inquiry, an investigation. Because a commission doesn't investigate. A commission merely receives evidence and then opines on it. So therefore a SIT, which the Aam Aadmi Party has now come up with, and Mr. Phoolka, we owe a debt to, is extremely important. And why are certain elements very scared of it? We even found some concern in the Akali Dal. Chief Minister Badal has expressed some concern. Why should there be concern at all? Let an investigation be held. Let everything which is available be brought on record. That is the first part. Even the Congress should not be afraid of it, because I don't think this conspiracy goes all the way to the top, because this is just difficult to imagine, as much as we don't say it goes all the way up to the top in Gujarat. So what is good for one is good for the other, but let there be an investigation. Now, second thing is that you're absolutely right.
No, 1 second. KC Singh, KC Singh.
Just one point.
KC Singh, no, KC Singh. Let's be very clear. Yeah. The Nanavati Commission says the attacks were happening in a systematic manner, without the fear of the police, yes, almost suggesting that they were assured that they would not be harmed while committing their acts and thereafter. In other words, you're saying it doesn't go to the top. Of course, there must have been some assurance at the top.
No, you just see
who was
what
there
my
at the
friend
top?
Hardeep Puri has said. No, in certain places the police did act. It is not that uniformly they didn't. There was chaos. There's utter chaos in the city.
No,
I will tell you, let me give you an example, just one thing.
Organized pogrom cannot take place.
Hardeep Puri contradicting you.
Hardeep Puri distributed.
Yeah, go ahead.
One more point.
No, Mr. Puri wants to contradict you.
One more point. Hardeep, just one more point. On the morning of November 1, when the telephone calls started coming to Rashtrapati Bhavan, Joint Secretary to the President, Mr. Bindra, is sitting in his room. We opened the exchange. He was taking all the calls. He was speaking to Mr. Nikhil Kumar, who is now was a governor. He was then an additional commissioner. He was speaking to Mr. Dhawan. Some things were working. They were sending some people out.
No, but the Home Minister, no, 1 second, KC Singh, again I contradict you. You know, please don't tell me some things were working. Even I.K. Gujral, former Prime Minister, testified before the Nanavati Commission. He said he met Narasimha Rao asking him to prevent what was happening. He said people are dying, Mr. Home Minister.
Narasimha Rao had no control.
The testimony says...
Narasimha Rao had no control.
No, what do you mean no control? Then who had the control? The Home Minister had no control. Who had the control?
At the cutting edge.
Who had the control?
No, Bindra was calling up people.
I must
Bindra was
submit to
calling
you,
up
Arnab.
people.
I must
When the
submit to you,
control breaks
Arnab.
down.
Hardip Puri.
A pogrom.
Arnab, when the control breaks down,
No,
you go to the cutting edge. You go to
Arnab,
what do you
whoever
mean
is
control
able-
breaks
let
down?
me also have my
And
say now.
that
No,
is what we
one
were
minute.
doing.
What do you mean control
Control
breaks down? How can control break down? Control doesn't break down overnight unless there is some conspiracy behind it. Hardip Puri.
A pogrom of
Let us
pogrom-
try and
a
hear. There are
pogrom
two
of this
very
scale.
significant
1 minute.
when
Hardip
people
Puri.
take
There are two very significant
1
points
second, mister. Let
that have
Hardip
been
Puri complete,
made by
sir.
Mr. Singh, one in the opening remarks and secondly again just now. There are two very significant points. Number one, he has clearly said, and Mr. Tirlochan Singh has also agreed with it, that there was no question of Shri Rajiv Gandhi having any knowledge or role in the issue.
Can we put
as
that
is
aside
being
for the
thought to be
moment? Can we put, we are not
politicized today.
discussing
Sir,
that.
all that
Can
he has
you put
said
that
about
aside for
Rajiv
the moment?
Gandhi-
I don't,
Very
why
all that
are
he
you
has
so, why
said,
are you so
unless you
worried
want-
about what
He will
Mr.
not
Rajiv Gandhi,
listen to it.
can I just
It has also
respond to
been
what
made
KC
very
said?
clear that the system
Sir,
that is
sir,
the
please,
police
Mr.
was
Surjewala,
responding to
can
the
I-
call
Mr.
made
Surjewala,
by
please.
Mr. Bindra from Rashtrapati Bhavan, and they were acting, and it was different incidents of violence. It does not justify. It does not justify, I repeat myself.
Mr. Surjewala, can I just make
Mr.
a
Surjewala, okay, you made
You
that
may
point. You
agree
made
with
the
it.
point now. No,
You
you
may
made
agree
the
with
point
what
now.
I have to
Now
say.
let
Let me
Hardip Puri
say.
have
continue.
to be given justice.
Fine, you are
Action
only
needs to
interested
be
in giving
taken,
Rajiv Gandhi
and
a clean
any
sheet.
probe
Okay,
we
Mr.
have
Hardip
no
Puri, please.
objection to.
I make a very basic submission to you, Arnab, and to my distinguished panelists, which is that a pogrom of this scale requires logistical organization. There were people with voters lists, there was kerosene, there were combustible chemicals, people were pointing down the houses of the Sikh community, and those houses were being burnt down, etc. Now, how can something on this scale take place? If you have 45,000 members of the army in the city, when you have a regularly constituted police force, we would not have reached this stage today after 30 years if you had identified the people who were responsible for the acts of commission and omission in 1985 with the Marwa committee, and we could have got closure. You need to get the closure now.
Of course you need to get the... GK Manjeet Singh. GK Manjeet Singh. Yes, Mr. Manjeet Singh. Manjeet Singh, GK, go ahead. Manjeet Singh.
The thing is,
Manjeet Singh, please. Manjeet Singh of the Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee, please.
Arnab, it is
Shri Narendra Modi, the Sikh
Arnab,
Gurdwara Prabandhak,
Mr. Manjeet Singh, let him speak.
The killings of 1984 is very...
Singh ji,
The
as also Shri Narendra Modi
killings
Mr.
of
Surjewala,
1984 are very close to the Sikh community. It is, and I think the Akali Dal has always taken up this cause, and we are always for the SIT. Today the Chief Minister says, like the 10 commissions have already wasted time. Now if the SIT is there, it should speed up the judicial process, not to stall it. So Aam Aadmi Party has demanded this. It is the demand of Akali Dal. We welcome him, but we also see that Aam Aadmi Party is supported by Congress in the center, in the state, and I think we should also check that how can Aam Aadmi Party come with an ICT where Congress is supporting the Aam Aadmi Party government.
He was also, their party was in power from 1999 to 2004. Why did they not do it?
Whether they have done or not does not take away from the fact that justice needs to be done now. Before I close the debate, my question to...
Absolutely not. Justice must be done. Anybody whose role has not been investigated, by all means investigate. But do not politicize the issue for heaven's sake.
In the Parliament 2005,
let us understand the pain of the victims. Let us
Now 1 minute. No, okay. So before I close...
They gave tickets to Sajjan Kumar and Titler. They made them chairman of different...
And it is the Congress party which denies them tickets. But will you demand from BJP and RSS as also from Rajnath Singh?
Okay, gentlemen, my last question, let's bring the volumes down. My last question on this News Hour debate is to Sardar Tirlochan Singh. Sardar Tirlochan Singh, my question to you is this.
Yes, please.
Which is the last question on this News Hour debate. I think you answered it. So you say you have made the stunning charges that Rajiv Gandhi did not take Zail Singh's calls, people were dying. The government was inactive, people were dying. Congress leaders met and they said,
Yes.
Khun ka badla khun, people were dying. You say it was not spontaneous, it was organized, people were dying. My only question to you, Sardar Tarlochan Singh, is this. My question to Sardar Tarlochan Singh. Sardar Tarlochan Singh, why were you quiet for so long? When you went before the Nanavati Commission in 2005, did you say so? You spoke to the Nanavati Commission. I went through your testimony. I have it with me. I find no specific mention to the Khun ka badla khun comment, or the fact that the Prime Minister was not taking the President's call. You didn't say this before the Nanavati Commission.
Knows in the city, this slogan was there, everybody knows it.
No, you didn't say it before the Nanavati Commission in 2005. Why?
You see, the Nanavati Commission, I was there as a witness. The question whichever was put, I replied.
No, but why didn't you mention this? Was it not important? Was it not so important? Why didn't you mention this earlier?
No. That Khun ka badla khun, everybody in Delhi knows. This was raised everywhere, every day. I still stand by it.
I am not talking about everywhere, every day. You say senior Congress leaders sat together and Gyani Zail Singh had information about it.
Yes. Out of those leaders, 2 leaders were killed by the Sikh terrorists.
Did Gyani Zail Singh tell you? Did Gyani Zail Singh tell you about it? Did he tell you that he had heard about this meeting of Congress leaders?
Yes, that's very clear.
And
next day, President was informed.
And what was the source of the President's information?
By the state Congress leader.
What was the source of the President's information?
Most unhappy.
What was the source of the President's information?
You see, there were a lot of people coming to President on that day. Even
Tarlochan, may I come in and help you?
He met.
No, he doesn't need help.
No, not help in this question. You see, the President was ignored even when the attack took place at Golden Temple. You just corroborate. Golden Temple attack, at that time Prime Minister kept him in darkness. No information. So President being a Sikh.
May I add something?
No, I am totally short of time, Casey. Okay, if you want to make a quick point, why don't you? Yes.
No, very quickly, just to corroborate what Tarlochan is saying, Mr. Bindra told me that at the AIIMS, Mr. Sathi, the then Mayor of Delhi, came up to him and told him that this is what has been hatched. And he says he told the President, and President told the Prime Minister, Mr. Gandhi was then not the Prime Minister, mentioned it to Mr. Gandhi that this I am hearing.
Yeah, so if that was the case, why did Rajiv Gandhi not take the President's calls? Why was the Home Minister keeping quiet? Why was the army not deployed? When the deployment of the army was asked for, why did it take time to actually go out there into action? Now there is only three possibilities. Either the government at that point of time was incompetent, either it was ignorant, or it was inactive. We need to know whether it was incompetent, ignorant, inactive, or all of the above, and if so, what conspiracy was there behind it. Without ascribing motive, let 1984 be opened once and for all. I thank my panelists for joining me on debate number 1 on the News Hour tonight.
This is Times Now, Super Prime Time. And the News Hour will be right back.